feel and look better. From your head to your toes, watch Holistic Strong, the best channel for mind and body videos.
As health anxiety is one of the most challenging conditions that I have personally had to deal with, I thought I would create a video about this seemingly intractable condition. There are so many types of anxiety, fears, and phobias, including generalized anxiety, but health anxiety may just be the most difficult to face, if only because our run-amok thoughts make it seem as though it's a question of life and death. While I encourage you to listen to my anxiety treatment video, clicking on the option at the end of this video, this one is dedicated to all those folks who worry constantly about mortality, and the dubious what-ifs of tomorrow. So if you have a mark, bump, or a growth somewhere on your body, it's time to dismiss thoughts of cancer. If your skin has a more yellowish tint than normal, this does not necessarily translate into hepatitis. If you're experiencing a headache, a brain tumor diagnosis is probably not warranted. If your blood pressure reading is unusually high, it does not mean your kidneys are about to fail. I'm not suggesting to ignore your health symptoms. Indeed, it's always important to check with your primary care provider or trusted health physician when you're confronting problematic signs. I'm just underscoring the point to not catastrophize or obsess over every health concern, because your life can turn into one long measurement of worrisome symptoms, where you're enveloped in the ever-present fear that you're going to soon die a hideous death. You must rationally understand that health anxiety can really take an emotional toll on your life, and compromise the quality of life each day. Health anxiety, or hypochondria, is an abnormal obsession about health. Well, it's more an abnormal obsession about illness, and that is why it is also referred to as illness anxiety disorder. This condition becomes so pervasive that it can prevent the person suffering from it to live a normal, happy life. As such, here are 7 ways to combat and relieve health anxiety, and make the most of today. 1. Refer to your own doctor, and not Dr. Google. There is an overabundance of information online, and that includes health information. While there are many trusted sites, and perhaps great similarities between your symptoms, and another person who is citing his or her symptoms online, there are also important differences. You're unique and so is your body. Your symptom or symptoms are your own, your genetic blueprint is different, your lifestyle varies from others, your diet and exercise regimen can't be 100% duplicated, and so forth. It's better to go to your physician, and find out the particulars, than relying on Dr. Google, where you rely on a vivid imagination and burdensome self-sabotage. It may be exceedingly nerve-wracking to go to a doctor, I understand. In that case, bring a trusted friend or family member with you. And if at all possible, choose a doctor who has a warm, supportive bedside manner and compassionate and sensitive disposition, without compromising medical competency. 2. Become your own best friend. Get rid of self-blame and criticism now. Perhaps you're torturing yourself about past health-related decisions or lifestyle choices. You may further be blaming yourself about relentless health concern thoughts that you just can't seem to control. Although it's very difficult to completely turn off the health anxiety switch, although not impossible, you can make the utter fixation on death and dying less intense. For example, try to find diversions that appeal to you. Can you read an all-engrossing book, watch a movie that galvanizes your complete attention, and/or go for a mind-clearing walk? While enjoying your special diversion, replace blame with taking responsibility for the way you're now going to approach life, with complete, unconditional love, and even a sense of optimism and hope. You may have to act out this feeling as it may not seem authentic at first. But in time, this new life-embracing, hope-affirming attitude may take root, and uplift your life. 3. Jolt yourself. Here, do a little shock therapy, without electricity, of course. I'm speaking about shocking your wayward mind into becoming a more docile, helpful entity. After all, your mind does not have to be your biggest adversary, it can be your biggest ally. How? Appeal to logic and reason with a great sense of urgency and empowerment. This unbridled worry about illness could actually contribute to serious physical ramifications. This is not said to scare you silly, but to scare you straight. On the most important level, you must care about yourself and love life, or you would not be so worried about health. So in that context, you want to promote health, and not undermine it. You're already undermining quality of life with a barrage of negative thinking. Refuse to do this anymore, and no longer allow yourself to sabotage physical health. You cannot afford the luxury of negative thinking if you want to bask in the glory of the day, and feel strong and invincible. So jolt yourself by telling yourself that you're now going to do everything possible to promote health, and that includes ending the fixation on health and the worry about illness. This negative energy will now run its course, replaced by positive expectation. It seems so logically backward to worry about illness, knowing that the worry itself can contribute to illness. Shock your brain by taking control of it with sound logic, reason, and positive affirmations. 4. Embrace more cognitive behavior therapy (CBT), whether you do it yourself or whether you see a licensed CBT clinician. CBT focuses on our cognitions or thoughts, including replacing negative thoughts, seeing life as all or nothing, or working on faulty assumptions. The idea, again, is to harness the power of our mind for our greatest good, rather than allowing it to head us down the path of doom and gloom. It is the mind that has caused the health-anxiety cycle. Think of it: you confront a body sensation. You then perceive it as unpleasant. The worry alarm goes off as you believe the sensation will lead to catastrophic consequences. Cortisol is then pumped into the body, further heightening physiological arousal. You then continuously check symptoms and conduct never-ending research. You may then even avoid going to the doctor, for fear that he or she will confirm your threatening diagnosis. At this point, health anxiety is not about whether the symptoms and possible illness are real or imagined. It's about coping with the persistent negative thoughts and the maladaptive behavior you're choosing to manifest. So with CBT, you're learning to break this cycle. For example, instead of assuming a grave diagnosis of cancer, you tell yourself that you're not qualified to make such a medical diagnosis. You can also remind yourself of past scares that never materialized into disease. With CBT, you're also learning to stop Googling for answers, at least for hours on end. Perhaps you're simply encouraged to cut your time conducting research. The goal is always to make the intensity of health anxiety less, and the ultimate goal is to get rid of it altogether. CBT will help in this regard. 5. Deep breathe past health anxiety. This is another effective health anxiety treatment. Anxious and overwhelmed by health concerns, your breathing is becoming shallow. The stress response of fight or flight may even be making it hard to take a deep breath, something you must do to lower immobilizing anxiety. If nothing else, deep breathing will make your mind relaxed and your body less sensitive to any unpleasant sensations as more oxygen is absorbed into the bloodstream. Find a comfortable place to sit or lie down, away from all distractions. Get ready to take your well-needed and well-deserved first deep breath. Breathe in slowly through your nose, allowing your chest and lower belly to rise as you fill your lungs, air originating from the diaphragm. Allow your abdomen to expand fully. Now breathe out slowly through your mouth. You can exhale through your nose if that feels more natural. Typically, I try to inhale for a count of 4, or longer. I then hold it for that duration of time, and exhale for at least that amount of time. When I feel that I need to take advantage of this relaxation response, I try to inhale, and especially, exhale the longest time possible. Deep breathing will exert positive physiological responses, and may help quell health anxiety for the short, and perhaps long term. 6. Exercise the negative energy away. When you feel that you're just about to collapse from health anxiety, try to find the wherewithal to exercise. Physical activity can serve as an invaluable diversion tool, helping you get your mind off your worries. The time away from stress, worry, and Dr. Google, along with the repetitive motions involved in exercise, can promote a focus on your body, rather than your mind. Encourage your mind to focus on the rhythm of your movements, rather on amorphous symptoms that may or may not mean anything. And to add icing to the proverbial cake, exercise will not only help mentally and emotionally, but it will also help to strengthen you physically, helping health, instead of detracting from it. Exercise, including aerobic and weight training, can strengthen muscles and bones, lower blood pressure, enhance the immune system and fortify natural defenses, improve blood circulation, promote better sleep, and can offer a host of other benefits. Working out is always more health-promoting than worrying. 7. Lastly, use meditation and visualization to feel better. Instead of seeing yourself in the hospital, see yourself on a relaxing beach, enjoying the best of health. Again, will your thoughts work with you or against you? And if you're going to spend time focusing on your body, then why not use visualization or guided imagery? See your body as a perfect temple, free of disease. Imagine blood vessels and arteries opening, a clear and rich blood supply flowing freely in your body, enriching all areas. All organs, including your brain, are in tip-top form, working optimally. These positive mental pictures will reduce stress, and promote feelings of well-being, and may even promote benefits to your physical being. Moreover, meditation, focusing on your breath, for example, will slow down negative mind chatter and help you get out of the hamster wheel of poor, distorted thinking. Studies have proven that meditation releases endorphins, the feel-good hormones, and deactivates the brain's anxiety center amygdala. By focusing on an object, thought, or activity, you're reining in worry and replacing it with serenity. Well, I've detailed my 7-step health anxiety treatment. I truly incorporate all these strategies in my own life. While I'm not cured of health anxiety, not completely anyway, my condition has vastly improved. But when worry resurfaces, I'm no longer going into complete doom and gloom mode. I now choose one of the healthier options listed in this health anxiety video. My hope is that your health anxiety becomes less and less, to the point where it seldom comes back, and that this video has served you well in that quest.
Thanks for visiting our Holistic Strong channel. Subscribe and share.